What's up? What's up? Today we're here with the one and only Glasses Malone, and this is Inspired by Culture. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot that we can get into today.
Yeah.
And you know, I think everybody probably knows why we're here.
Yeah. That camera is crazy he's using.
This one, I got the Black Magic Red and the Summer.
It's player. It's player.
So, you know, the question that everybody's been wanting to know is the Popeye's chicken sandwich really that good?
I ain't ate chicken all year.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't ate chicken all year.
You been on a diet?
Nah, just giving my intestines a break.
Got it.
Trying to digest meat, feel me?
Yeah.
So I just took a year off.
Why? It's like, that's something that's big for you? Like just diet and the food that you take in or what?
Nah, for the most part, I just like to discipline myself every now and then.
Yeah.
Kind of take away something.
See how long
Almost
like a fast.
Yeah, something like that.
Got it.
Plus, it was good for my intestines. Like I said, I realized at times how when I would eat meat, it'd be hard to digest it. So I just kind of like, I'm going to take a year off.
Got it. Oh, so you've been doing this for a year?
Yeah. Since
So,
January 1st. Or December 30th.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, that's all.
Was that
I gotta make it though.
Yeah, well, you halfway there.
Yeah.
And you started.
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody in LA is on their health kick anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Be.
So, of course, you know, I'm joking about the Popeyes thing.
Sure.
The song "Tupac Must Die," or even the tweet that you put out, "Tupac deserved to die." Explain a little bit about that for me, or your perspective on it.
I really don't have a perspective. As crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
Like, it's my art, but I don't really have a perspective on it. It was really based off the person who the story was about.
Right.
Being jumped, being embarrassed, and the pressure that gangbanging present to you to have to retaliate and do your stuff or suffer the consequence of damage to your reputation. And then, you know, still have to survive in the streets with people thinking other people can get away with stuff when doing things to you. I really wanted to give people an insight on the mind of like what it feels to be, you know, under that kind of pressure. And it just happened to come at the expense of like hip hop's greatest, you know, most famous icon and loved and beloved person.
Yeah. So you said something that's interesting, like the pressure of having to deal with it. Like, how would you describe the pressure that Orlando Anderson was on, or under, I should say? Like, explain that a little bit.
You ever seen Menace to Society?
Yeah, of course. That's my favorite movie.
You remember when Kane fucked up Chauncey? Pinky from Friday.
Yeah.
And remember how his boy would never let it go?
Yeah.
It became the joke, like, you weren't saying that when Kane was fucking you up.
Yeah.
Like, that's that kind of pressure that LA creates.
Oh, okay.
Friends having jokes, you know. It's like an outlaw business, so if you on the streets, people owing you money. If they think somebody could do something to you and get away with it, feel me? Then maybe they think they could. Debts won't be paid. Shit. It's a lot of different things. Shit just get fucked up.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something, because you know, one of the things that I always like, I've heard you explain different reasons why that was, you know, the retaliation or the mindset of the person that gets jumped, right? But usually in the hood or anywhere that is, you know, that type of environment, usually, I guess, or on any front, people go an eye for an eye, right? So why is it that the mentality is, okay, I got jumped, now the retaliation has to be death versus like, okay, we fought, which is a regular thing. All right, we got to fight. But why does it go like the extreme of fight, death? You know what I mean?
I mean, I would like to believe in theory it don't escalate that way. Like, if somebody gives you a head up fight, I would like to believe the average person, you know, involved with the culture kind of can deal with that at that level. You know,
Right.
maybe if I lose today, I'll come back and fight you tomorrow.
Right.
Is as things escalate and you feel the pressure to respond with like a level of necessary force. Again, I want to believe like if it's a head up fight, you know, y'all fight.
Like if it was one-on-one.
But as the numbers rise and disrespect comes into play, like if somebody punched me, you know, maybe I'm in a fight.
Okay.
But if somebody spit on me,
Yeah.
I might got to put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
If somebody slapped me, I probably have to kill you.
Right.
Just to get, you know, I know that sounds weird, right? Because, no, it sounds crazy when I think about it, right? But it's because it depends on how somebody tries to, like, emasculate you, like take away your manhood.
Like the level of disrespect. So you feel like being jumped is a higher level of disrespect than a regular fight?
Hell yeah. If 7, 8 people, they could kill you. You know, that's not a sign of respect at all.
Yeah, of course.
You know, 8 people fucking you up, you know, that can kill you.
Right.
Like, y'all might have tried to kill me if 8 people trying to. If 8 people jump you, they could kill you. And they might be trying to kill you, you know, especially how they was kicking him.
Yeah.
It looked like they was kicking a fucking field goal or kickoff to a football game.
Yeah.
So I guess once it goes to that level of disrespect, you know, where it's that high, you know, 7, 8 people trying to handicap you and, you know, bring it into your life, you know, you might go a little far to prove the point, like, don't ever do this again. You know what I mean? Don't ever think that you're going to be able to get this off again.
Sorry.
That's the reality. Like, don't ever think you're going to be able to get this off again.
Yeah.
So I think it's rough. You know, what do you do? What do you do when that many people is trying to jump you? You know what? So if 8 people jump you, maybe you and 15 homies try to jump one of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It becomes like, what's the next
level of disrespect that you can go over that?
What do I need to go to show you that you went too far?
Okay.
You know, and don't do this again.
Yeah. But okay, so here's the thing that's interesting to me, and I guess you're a gang member, I guess, or to a degree, or however you want to.
I'm a gang member.
All right, cool. I didn't want to say it that way. All right, so is it more so? Do you feel like it was more so because one of your friends was in the car with Orlando Anderson, right? And I'm assuming that probably you had conversations with him about that.
Sure.
With him. All right. So, do you feel like it became another level of disrespect because it was Tupac, or because it was jumping, or, you know, because it wasn't, you know, like your song is Tupac Must Die, but why not? I don't want to put death on anybody, but any of the other people who were there must die, because those were known mob Pirus and guys that people from your hood knew, right? So, like, why does it become?
It's definitely salt in the wound for somebody out of the culture to initiate such an action.
Yeah.
You don't view them the same way, you know.
Yeah.
You don't view them on the same level.
Yeah.
You kind of look at them like, you know, you're not a part of this. So it gets a little funny. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine what it would be like if Drake, and I don't want to compare Drake, obviously, to Tupac Shakur, but let's say a successful musician, you know what I mean, that's not necessarily a part of the culture, it becomes another level of like, oh, this nigga got me fucked up. It's fucked up that it came at the expense, like I said, of Tupac Shakur. That's a tragic thing, but again, gangbanging, it's a concept. Like, no man is bigger than a program,
right?
Especially in Los Angeles,
right?
You know, there's no legend big enough to be held just accountable for over disrespectful actions. I mean, everybody becomes, you know, some of the biggest, most known. The guy who started Crips, you know, Raymond Washington. I heard a story where, you know, he got killed over something like somebody feeling disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So no man is bigger than a program. So you kind of have to you have to treat everybody just. Yeah. You know, the most minute person, right? The most minute person might kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, you might be the biggest man in your neighborhood and one of the most important members of the whole organization, but it could be like a nobody person, or theoretically somebody who don't have nowhere near the moxie and sway you do. That could come, knock you off.
Yeah. So, like one of the things that's interesting to me, I guess, is like just the idea of, and I know many people have probably played with this concept or idea, whether or not, because one, prior to this happening, Baby Lane, they were Tupac was retaliating, right? Would you say that or no?
That's fair to say.
Yeah, because before
it was a gang fight in the Lakewood Mall.
Right.
It resulted in somebody attempting to take a chain.
Right.
Which they say the chain actually didn't get took.
Right.
It depends on who you ask. I had a conversation with Mob James McDonald, this legendary member from the Mob Power. You know what I mean? And if you ask most people from the mob, they'll say, no, the person in question says, nah, they didn't take my chain.
Right.
But if you ask the South Side, they'll be like, yeah, we got the chain.
Yeah.
But it was never really over the chain, if I understood correctly.
Okay.
It was just kind of like a show of force, like, competitive nature, like who was more dominant, we're going to fight it.
Yeah. Meaning like Bloods and Crips, right?
To a degree, yeah. It's always like that. But sometimes it'll be Crip, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest way to consume it. So that was a gang fight.
Yeah.
And to a degree, yeah, because the person in question, right, the person who the fight started with and over, he informed his partners when they seen homie at the mall, like, at the casino, like, oh, they're going to do that I got into it with at the mall.
At the mall, right.
So.
Okay. So, all right. That's perfect because, so with the idea behind like gang mentality versus civilian mentality, or however you want to put it, right? So would you say, like, what's your opinion on whether or not, okay, like you said, if somebody gets jumped and you going by gang ideology or theory or whatever it is, the next level of disrespect would be for that person to die, right? But Tupac, okay, they let Tupac know, yo, that's the dude across the thing that jumped me. Was it the wrong move to then go back? Because remember, I said eye for eye.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think Tupac was wrong.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people think Tupac was wrong. Like, oh, he didn't have nothing to do with it. Well, if you're rolling with these dudes and they got your back and you got their back, I don't understand what's wrong with that.
But what I mean is, you said the next level of disrespect would either be basically murder. Well, so should it have been, okay, the next level, we're not going to fight. The next level is murder because these dudes going to try to kill us if we come back to Compton or anywhere in the hood. You get what I mean?
Sure.
So should that have been the play, or was it, you get what I'm asking?
Sure. I don't know. It depends on what's just for you. What's just? What's the just spirit? Because gangbanging at times is pretty a just action. It sounds crazy to people. They hear it and I did Van Lathan's podcast, and I was explaining to him, like, gangbanging is really just.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
It's not really, every now and then it's bully ball. But for the most part, it's just. If you're not a part of it, people not, for the most part, going to give you a hard time. Every now and then you got an idiot motherfucker that's from the gang, and, he really a bully anyway, so he pressing his line on the square.
Right.
But I don't want to believe it's just gangbanging. I want to believe masculinity at times.
Okay.
You take the 9/11 situation in 03, where, I don't remember how many people got killed.
Yeah. Too many.
Maybe hundreds, maybe lower thousands.
Right.
Maybe, right? If you probably go where, I think was at Al Qaeda. If you go where they from and how many people probably got killed over it.
Yeah.
I'm about 95% sure it's gonna be more people. That died in the trade tower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the nature of humanity, to decide what's just.
Yeah.
Let's say 1,000 people got killed in the Twin Towers. I mean, if you probably go talk to people where Al Qaeda is based out of, it might probably 10,000 people might have got killed there, or maybe 200.
Yeah.
You know, justice is a really weird thing. You know, there's no really laws to it. There's no rules to it. It's, you know, as people see fit. I feel like one of the biggest problems in America is, you know, you're supposed to be judged by a group of your peers, but if my culture, right, just because we're all American don't mean we all share the same culture. So I would imagine the word peers is reference to culture, not just, you know, human beings. We wouldn't have 12 Swedish men judge an American trial. Just because they're all, you know, humans or because they're all white. So I think, you know, again, like I said, peers and justice, you know, sharing culture. So it's rough, you know. Maybe they do wish they felt that they had shot him, or maybe they felt they wish they had let it alone. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? And people got killed over it after it was over anyway. You know, people got killed. So for that one person, maybe that Tupac got killed, maybe 4 Southsides got killed after. You know, it's a sense of pride, you know, and it's really a situation, in our case, in our culture, based off poverty. You know, every now and then you got a rich fool, but for the most part, it's gonna be poor people that's just protecting all they have, which is their reputation.
I can ask you this: how did you manage to not be a part of a gang all the way for those 15 years? You know what I'm saying? Because you're still from the place that you grew up, but I guess like with LA, it's a little bit different. Like, because if you like, all right, I live in a Crip neighborhood and all of my friends are Crips. Am I a Crip? Kinda ish.
I mean, so gang banging at that level has evolved a lot. I think pre-80, pre-1980, it was like Crips, Bloods. No, even then they kind of broke up. But when Crips started fighting Crips, that kind of brought a whole new dynamic. And you start talking about before I was born. So even though you're not from the gang, you from the gang. Whether or not you actually got courted on or you claiming it, people everywhere around the area is gonna look at you like you from that way. It's so tribal. You know, somebody called it a tribe. I was like, it's somewhere like that, but it's more tribal. I wouldn't disrespect the tribe. Call it a tribe, but it's tribal. You know what I'm saying? But it's more perimeter. It's like neighborhood based. You know what I mean? So it ain't as broad as the Crips. I think that's a very antiquated concept. You know, you got to kind of go to like a real OG, like maybe my big homie Pluck or a Big U, and they remember that time of where it was like, oh, the Crips. Since I've been alive, it ain't ever like been the Crips. It's like, yeah, I'm from 7th Street, I'm just 17th Street Watts. And yeah, we're Crips, but we can be into a beef with the PJs, possibly the PJ Watts Crips. We might have to beef with the Mona Park Compton Crips. We might have to beef with the Carver Park Compton Crips. You might have to beef with the that's how we go. You know, it's all competitive. It's all.
But is there still like with somebody like Big U that's so influential in like LA? When something like that happens, does he have the not assertiveness? Because I don't want to put it that way, like they bowing to him or you know what I mean. But because it's still under the same umbrella, is it more order or structure where they can like, I guess, stop certain things? Or
I mean, Unc got a lot of influence. Big U has a lot of influence. Can he stop a full-fledged gang war between his homies and other people? I would imagine he can make it not go. I would imagine he could slow it down. If he couldn't bring it to a full-fledged stop, I would imagine Unc could slow it down. But if somebody get killed, you know what I'm saying? It ain't
hard to come back from.
You know, it's too far. So I'm for sure he has enough power to slow it down. He can slow down the process, you know, giving it time to heal. But, you know, if somebody get killed, then it becomes a whole nother dilemma. Trey D in Long Beach. I mean, can he stop a gang war between the 20s and the Insanes that's been going on for like 20, 30 years? I'm sure he could begin to broker you know, the correct kind of peace, which the East Side has represented. The East Side has represented that kind of peace. I would imagine Trey D could have some impact. Big Hans from Great. Yeah, they could slow some stuff down. I don't know if they could completely bring a gang war to an end because there's so many members. Yeah. And all it takes is one person to kill one wrong person. And, you know, one person represents everybody.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, it's like if somebody from America, right, and they go to England and they bomb the country in the name of America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody can get it.
What's going on. I would like to believe, you know, cool heads will prevail and sense could be made sense. But you know, what if he walks into an English church in an American uniform and screams, "Fuck England, this is America," and blows up the church? And you know, it just, you never know how, you know, how humans are gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? It's a real rough thing.
Yeah. All right. There's a song with Tupac where he says, "From Long Beach to Rosecrans."
I don't know. That line always, it ain't too many.
California Love is the song.
Sure. Yeah. So it ain't too many things that that Tupac said that kind of didn't make sense as a fan. But that was one of those things where it was like, yeah, I didn't really know what he meant, but I think I understood what he meant.
Okay.
You know,
what was your interpretation?
So it could have been in reference to where Mob Piru territory begins. Looters and the Mob is right there off of Rosecrans and Long Beach Boulevard. Rosecrans and Long Beach Boulevard. But for him to say from Long Beach to Rosecrans, that was like, well, maybe he talking about the city of Long Beach, which is further south. Yeah. You know, to Rosecrans, which is kind of to Compton. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. You know, when he said Long Beach to Rosecrans, you know, you hanging with the Mob Pirus, you hanging with Suge, you hanging with Mob James, you hanging with Buntry Al, you hanging with Heron and Neckbone, you know, you talking. I automatically think Mob, but you know, that was a rough line to decipher. But it was the shit. Fuck what. We all scrum that line.
So you, like, as a casual fan of like hearing that song, and I'm hearing Oaktown, right? He's talking about Oakland and every place in California. So when I first heard that line, you know, I was thinking, oh, Long Beach, the city, you know, Rosecrans is whatever it is, especially on the East Coast. I had no clue. But I'm asking kind of because, you know, the question always comes up like, oh, did Tupac die as a gang member? Or even how we're talking about what is considered disrespect, retaliation, etc. Sure. You know, that line, it kind of made me question, like, oh, how did people interpret it?
He dropped Mob in a lot of songs. I think it's fair to say he was claiming a mob. Might be a fan, might be mad, but I think it's fair to say he was claiming the mob. And I think the mob was claiming him for the most part. Yeah. So I think it's fair to say he might have became a gangbanger, you know. It happens. This shit is contagious, man. It's, you know, it ain't no love like it. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. But, you know, you hope, you know, we would all want to believe that that's not what happened. We wouldn't want to believe you know, would go from being a Panther to being a Mob Piru. That just, it may strike somebody weird, you know what I mean? But again, you know, I have a belief maybe that that's what happened, but he not here to, you know, speak for himself. So it's one of those things where it treads the line of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, my song, it's really no disrespect. Like, I get upset. It bothers me when people even try to insinuate it was anything disrespectful about a objective concept. Yeah. You know, that has no disrespect in it. The song shows no lack of admiration for Tupac Shakur. It just tells a story from someone else's perspective. And, you know, people die, you know, even the people we like, nobody's above death. Every last one of us gonna die. So whether Tupac died at 25 or 100, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's no disrespect in death. Yeah. Now, somebody telling you they gonna kill you, it's not really the kill you part as bad as the fact that you think you're gonna do something to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the disrespect. Dying is inevitable. And I think Tupac, different people understand that at this level.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when I watched that video the first time, I was hurt.
Oh yeah. And that's the only thing that I feel bad about.
Yeah.
Because I felt like people would be angry, and I felt some people would think it was dope, but I genuinely didn't think that the average fan would be hurt. So that's the only thing. If I have any regrets, I'm not apologizing for the song. I'm not apologizing for the title. I am genuinely bothered that people are hurt. And I'm not just I'm not just disappointed in myself, but I'm disappointed in society to, you know, to be like we at that level to where it's like, you know, like a story that's happening that's objective at all costs could hurt us. You know?
You think so?
Yeah. So as much as I want to feel irresponsible, it's like I keep listening to the song.
Yeah.
And I can't find exactly outside of his family. You know what I mean? And I honestly, that's more of a reflection of how good the actual art was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The actual art, shout out to the homie Joker, shout out to Deuce Mac and the Young Giants, shout out to King, you know, and Condito, everybody, Mitro, everybody who worked on it, the homie Chepo. But the art was so compelling that it felt real. Yeah,
it did.
And, you know, it's a really rough place to be in because I keep looking at it and I'm like, well, where the fuck is the disrespect? You know,
I didn't feel it was disrespectful, but I think there's a such thing as trauma, of course, right? Sure. So any level of like reliving a moment that's painful, because somebody if I had to relive Nipsey's death, I never met Nipsey in my life, not one time, but I was following him for so long that I felt a closeness to him, like, oh, this guy represents something that I believe in.
That's a reflection of how great they were at what they did.
It's
funny because if somebody really looks Twitter, like when Nipsey dropped his album, I was just in awe of the marketing so hard. You know what I'm saying? That
which one, the Victory Lap or the $100 album?
Released Victory Lap. Okay. I was in awe of the marketing, and I was like, because I don't care what nobody say, nigga. You like the modern day pop.
Yeah.
He treated me like my nigga G. You feel me? And it's crazy, like I said, how crafty, you know, Nipsey and Tupac were with marketing. I mean, their marketing was like bar none. Tupac's a little bit more like I don't think that was part of the plan. To go to jail and shit. But for him to spin it and keep the strength, keep the mental fortitude and focus to know like I got action and let me be prepared for when the opportunity presents itself to move on because I got the world right where I need them. So to come home with the laser focus, like, yo, I'm finna go to the studio right now, cut all this shit on, put all these beats on. I'm not going to leave. No, I'd have been in jail for some time. And I go right to the studio and everything come here.
And they hits.
Feel me? Like the mental fortitude dude had to have, and his psyche had to be like impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? Like you could not penetrate what he was on. Like his mission, and that's the same thing whether it's Nip. That's really to me the only comparison. You know what I mean? Really their marketing mind. Pac was very like savvy with his marketing. You know, for him to even name himself Machiavelli, to be somewhere reading a book, to think like, this is what I'm gonna do. He was really good at what he did, and that's Nip. Nip was the same way with marketing, where it was like, you know, he could convince you to spend $100 on the CD and make you feel like you'll feel happy doing it. Like,
proud to pay.
I'm finna go, you know. So that's the brilliance of people that could be in this business and come from our community. You know what I mean? And that's rest in peace to Nip. That's like, you know, again, I've said this a lot of times already, but he's a really big inspiration, a conversation about pursuing marketing and being more mindful and, you know, isolating exactly my brand and selling it and understanding how to present it, you know, like this is the first offering. And, you know, years and years of studying, and this is the first offering. So it's not the same way, like, I think Nip was really good at making people like him and people root for him. He was the hero. No, that's Batman. He was fucking Batman. I'm the Joker. Feel me? I'm Thanos. It's just.
Yeah. Why you think that? You've been in the game for a long time, first of all. So to say that, I don't know that. Why do you feel that way?
You know, it's just how you wired. Wired like fucked up. To the point people think I'm a contrarian. And I think if I understand correctly, a contrarian is someone who just has a different opinion for the sake of having a different opinion. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. Like, not really just be reading a lot.
Yeah.
And the world hurts me and pains me differently.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed a lot easier. Even if I don't show it. I was a very emotion on my sleeve type of person growing up. And the world just showed me that, like, that ain't it.
Yeah.
And
in what ways?
Emotional?
Yeah. I mean, on both. In what ways would you say you were emotions on your sleeve? And then in what ways would you say the world showed you that's not it?
You couldn't resolve every conflict with a conversation. You know, gangbanging taught me that there's a lot of men that don't want to resolve conflict with conversations. And they only understand one thing. And you got to be willing to do this one thing without a second thought. And if you're not, you know, this shit gonna eat you alive. The world gonna eat you up. So, you can either try and be the hero that everybody wants, or you could be the villain that everybody needs. It's not a choice. It's just how you either wired this way or you're not. Like,
yeah, more for survival, would you say?
Not even that, you know. Like, I guess survival, like your mental. No, you could survive on this earth easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing to survive, but to survive and thrive. You know what I'm saying? To thrive. Like, my mind has to be free. You know what I'm saying? My mind has to be free. And the only way it can be free is me being my authentic, genuine self. And if I read a little bit more, or if I perceive information a little different, you know, to be as honest and free with what I received and delivering it back out as possible. Like, I have to be like that. And I'm starting to notice it leaves me in this isolated place consistently. You know, my thoughts, and to the point where people think like I'm clout chasing or I'm trolling, and it's like, yeah, nah, like, this is what I really think. You know, if I said Dennis Rodman is better than Shaq, it's because I did a lot of homework and I really came to that conclusion. Yeah. And
we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah, if you really take it into account what I'm saying, it'll make you think, and a lot of people will agree. Yeah. You know, it's just sometimes, like I said, we fall in love. We fall in love. We fall in love with people we could never be. You know, but we hate everything we are. You know, we love we're gonna praise LeBron James, you know, he's a 6'8", 6'9", you know, mountain of a man, muscular, you know, physically gifted, born from birth. God molded and sculpted, you know, and, you know, could leap over buildings in a single bound, you know, and you're gonna love him, you know, he's everything you could never be. You know, he's 6'9", but he got the coordination of a motherfucker 6'1". You know what I'm saying? He scores and he passes. It's the most remarkable, you know, the most remarkable and rememberable parts of playing basketball. He could do it effortlessly. But we gonna hate Steph Curry, who is the regular sized man in theory, a 6'2" guy with bad legs, but he shot 1,000 shots every day. And he goes out and he imposes his will every night, you know, and he's not bigger than everybody. He can't jump over everybody. He can't outrun everybody. So he has to outthink everybody. He has to create enough space to get his shot up, and he shoots really fast. So, you know what I'm saying? He can get his shot because he's always being guarded by someone 6'7". You know, we're not going to show that person enough love. We're going to hate him. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what I realized. Like, I'm not my homeboys. My homeboys were born in levels of, poverty, parents on drugs, and so they are on drugs, and they gonna smoke Sherman, they gonna get high, and they gonna get drunk, and they gonna go do everything vile under the sky, in the name of their reputation and in the name of the hood reputation. Yet Glasses got to figure out, had mom that, cared and all of that, and I don't do any drugs, and I got to figure out how to accomplish the same thing sober, and then be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So it makes you the villain.
Yeah.
Everybody else got a reason and an excuse. Me, it's just, I got to be the monster that I need to be when I need to be it, and then find some way to snap back into being myself every time.
Do you feel like that's the reason why you felt it was important to show the perspective of Orlando Anderson?
More than a lot, very much. You got to take your rightful place at the table. A lot of people just walk away from the table because it's hard to get a seat. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take my rightful place at the table. And if niggas is, it's a part on Dark Knight, like where the Joker comes to like a mob meeting. It's all the criminals in town. And they talking about Batman, they talking about the money. And he walks in, and there's no seat at the table for him. To the point, even people want to kill him when he walk in. He making fun of how Batman is, ruining their businesses and running them out of town and making them hide. And he has no seat at the table. And he had to figure out exactly, he had to concoct a plan to where the table came to him. It's the inevitable thing when you cut that way. So you either gonna back up and let the game run you out. It's a lot of legends who kind of played nice and tried to play friendly, and the game ran them out. The game ain't gonna run me out. This business ain't gonna run me out. I'm gonna make the table come to me. Feel me? So if it means I gotta rob all they banks, you feel me? If I gotta fuck up everything they stand for, you feel me? When it could have been easier, you could have just gave me a seat at the table. Straight up.
Yeah. So it's a lot of places we could go with this, but I think what I want to hear your perspective on is, like, I have much better understanding of like what you mean when you explain that idea of like, damn, I'm doing all of the right things, but still, it's not being respected the same way. So you have to,
I have to be me even more.
Yeah.
Not be somebody else. I have to even be me more.
Yeah.
Like, I got into this business professionally in 2007, so it's been 12 years.
That's what I was about to get to.
Yeah, and you walk in and you try to water yourself down a little.
But wouldn't you say that's kind of people giving you a seat at the table in a way, or would you say it's more like public perception? Because you've been with Cash Money, you've been with Game, you've been with connected to Dr. Dre in some way. Like,
it's not the
wouldn't
industry.
Those be seats or
it's
no?
not the industry.
Okay.
The industry. A lot of people have tried their best to present me, and pretty much, Birdman, Mac 10, they tried. It's not really me in the industry.
Gotcha.
It's me in the public.
Gotcha.
It's me in the world. The world is the other villains and superheroes are just in the way. It's like they're just standing in the way. You know what I'm saying? It's me in the public. It's really me against the world, ironically. Right? It's really me against the world. It's like, y'all gonna recognize what I can do and what I mean to this shit, and how much input I can have, and what I really stand for, and what the difference I can make. I got something important to say.
Yeah.
My opinion should matter.
Yeah.
It's just how I'm wired. I'm here to do something, and I got to get it done. And y'all making it harder. And every time you make it harder, I'm gonna just start telling the truth more and more. You know, so either you gonna leave or I'm gonna leave, and I ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Feel me? It's I hate to reference movie. You know, it's funny. I started my company, the Vision Movie Company, but sometimes you see yourself in films. So some of these people, the films impact them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The films don't impact me. I impact the film.
Yeah.
And I realized that I see a little bit of myself in film. The movie Watchmen, when the dude with the bag over his face goes to jail.
Yeah.
And the whole jail was mad because he helped put a lot of people in jail. And they were all thought they wanted to fuck with him. And he ended up, somebody came to him to try to fuck him up. And he broke their thumbs, fucked them up, and had their arms stuck in there. And the whole jail lost their mind. And he screamed something. He was like, y'all got to remember, like, I'm not locked in here with y'all. Like, y'all locked in here with me. And that's really how I feel with the world. Like, I'm not here with y'all. Y'all here with me.
Yeah.
Feel me? This my shit.
Yeah.
This morning on Twitter, somebody was telling me that they thought I was shivering and shaking in the streets of LA,
right? I saw that.
And
which you came here by yourself.
This is my motherfucking town.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they get it yet. Like, I swear to God, like, they don't get it. Like, all these people calling me or they crying or got something to say or think they could bring any level of anything. Like, I don't got nothing to live for. Feel me? So I got 1,000 reasons, like I got 1,000 reasons to kill. You know, it ain't no reason to, and it ain't about just this weird, you know, evil thing. It's like, let me do my fucking business and move out the way.
Yeah.
So, you know, shaking, like, this is my town.
Yeah.
Like, this is my town. Like, I've been running this motherfucker. My mama died running this motherfucker. Feel me? My dad runs this motherfucker. I run this motherfucking street. Not run it. I don't tell niggas what to do, but I'm going to go where I want to go.
Yeah.
And if you fuck with me, you feel me? Like, just know I'm going to come back and take your shit off.
Yeah.
It's not about tough. It ain't about tough. It's just, you know when you walk in the streets and you ain't trying to do nothing wrong to nobody, so anybody that try to do something to me, like, I'm going to bring it to them 7 times as hard. I'm going to just make their life horrible.
Yeah.
As much as I can.
Yeah. I feel like with coming from a certain area or level of poverty or probably the amount of death that you've seen in your life, that it becomes normalized, right? Like this idea of when you live in the hood or you know, are part of a gang, the pain that comes from death becomes normalized. Like, what's your perspective on that? Because even the idea, like the concept behind your song, you're talking about death. Even now, I see people threatening you and saying things on Twitter, which I think they're just probably talking. But like, I think that it becomes both a romanticism with death and it becomes normal versus probably in other areas it's not so normal. You know what I mean? But what's your take on it? Because for you, it's probably like, what is it for you?
I mean, definitely the economic lack of from the communities we grow up because they lack the economics. You know, death is a lot more close. You know what I mean? It's just any poor place around the world, death is, you know, multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. You know, people are killing each other. People are sick more. You know what I'm saying? Shit just happening. Do I have some kind of thing with death? No, I don't. It's inevitable. So I try to find comfort in knowing that you gotta die regardless. But I'm not uncomfortable with dying. I mean, I'm not comfortable with dying. Like, I'm not finna let nobody else kill me. That's for damn sure. I don't know. You don't want people to. I don't want people to die. You feel me? I'm not gonna die. So long as you not trying to, feel me? Like, long as you understand I'm not gonna die, we fine. If you think that for 2 seconds you finna bring it to my area and I'm gonna die, you got another thing coming. But it ain't about killing or dying. You know, I don't want it to have this really dark overtone that's an inevitable part, right? Man, when you on your mission, man, when you find your purpose, you just walk in it.
Yeah.
you can't get out of the groove because people mad, you know, as long as you in your purpose, and I'm in my purpose. So,
What's your
I've
purpose
seen a
for
lot
you?
of death. It's some shit, you know what I'm saying? It's to make a real change for my community. You know what I mean? That ain't like, it ain't about glasses getting rich and, you know, having enough capital to change the world. Because if you get enough capital, you ain't gonna change the world.
Yeah.
You got too much capital.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's really to impact culture, you know, in general. And I gotta do it. You feel me? Even if I can't tell everybody the plan, I gotta do it. Like, it gotta happen. It gotta happen. So
How
I'm
do you
walking in
want
my
to?
purpose.
How do you want to impact culture? Like, what's your vision of impacting culture?
Well, it depends, right? Like, my community where I'm from in Watts is to change the I don't want to market it like this. So this is just something that I got to do, but it's to change the economic landscape for the people in my town.
Gotcha.
Right? The opportunities. That's what I'm walking towards. As far as hip hop is to bring a level of truth. There's so much lying every day in this shit. There's people lying about how much money they got, so you can't understand their moves, because if you thought if they had this kind of money, they wouldn't do that. Everybody is just lying, and I'm not here to tell them on them about them lying about what they got. It's about saying, hey, this is what's really going on. You know, put it together, you know. Try to simplify the math and bring it to 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people understand exactly, people trying to come into the business can know what's really available for them and where they need to start at, right? And people who watch this business and they feel bad in their life because they don't have all of this success, you feel me? Because some rappers lying to them about their success versus all of us sharing our struggle so we don't feel alone. Sharing the struggle so we don't feel alone. Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah. Tupac Must Die is about sharing the struggle, so if you're another gang member, you don't feel alone. Like, I know why you did it. I did it too, and this person did it too. I would like to believe culturally, when it comes to hip hop, I walk in the same path as a Tupac, as a Scarface. Why share that discomfort so you don't feel alone?
Gotcha.
Connecting.
I want to go a little bit back to like your background and growing up and stuff like that, because you said something funny to me too. You said in Watts, where I'm from, but I don't know what that means in LA. Okay. So, which areas do you choose to be from? And then after that, I want to talk about like your upbringing and stuff like that. It's more Tupac questions.
I grew up in Compton and Watts. So Watts is like a neighborhood in Los Angeles, on the east side of Los Angeles. Right. It's really like, you know, it was really the mecca of black people. You know, if it wasn't the Low Bottoms, it was Watts.
The Low Bottoms, what's that?
Low Bottoms, east side. So they call them, you know, it's funny, I don't know why they call it Low Bottoms, but definitely when you start going down towards the street, when you east of, say, Broadway, you know what I mean, and you start getting to the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s and 20s, that's when you start talking about the low bottom. Okay. That's what they call the lower, I would imagine the lower east side of Los Angeles. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Watts is kind of the upper east side of Los Angeles. So, like, Bad Luck always say uptown. Okay. Nobody says that, but Bad Luck says that. It'd be considered uptown. Okay. It's not this way. And I grew up in Compton. My mom had a house in Compton as well. My dad had a house in Watts. My mom had a house in Compton. Right. So,
are those two different, I mean, I know they're two different areas, but like, as far as affiliation or like...
Yeah, the culture is different. It's different. It's not dreadfully different. It's different. Okay. It's different. But it's literally like 2 minutes. Yeah. Like 2 minutes from each other. Yeah. Like they neighboring, you know, places. Watts is a neighborhood, Compton is a city. Yeah. But they literally neighboring. And they actually have a pack called the Hub and the Dub. So people say that all the time.
Yeah. But how do you choose which, I mean, I don't know.
It chooses you.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, gotcha. They don't really choose it. As weird as it sounds, it kind of chooses you.
Yeah.
You know, at least the way I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about everybody. Everybody else now is going to be from gangs. They ain't grow up. They don't even know the people that they claim in the gang. They just going to have some strangers put them on. They met one person, and then having this stranger take them to meet their friends and having them join a gang, which is, I don't understand that. Like all my friends, I've been knowing them, all my homeboys, I've known them since we were little kids.
Yeah.
The younger ones, I knew them. I've known them since they were little. The older ones knew me since I was little, before I even got courted on.
But you had, but in Compton, it's mostly Bloods, right?
No. The only city in Los Angeles that's mostly Bloods is 2 cities, Pasadena and Inglewood. Los Angeles as a whole community, as a county, is Crips.
Oh, okay.
It's 20 Crips to every 1 Blood.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Crips to Bloods.
Oh.
It's not even like remotely
close.
Yeah. When you in Inglewood, you get fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all Bloods in Inglewood.
But what area of Compton did you grow up in? Was that a Blood area or no?
So that's a Crip area. I grew up
in
Acacia Block and Farm Dog, like literally the Richland Farms. In Compton, there's an area where there's farms, like literally ranches.
Yeah.
With horses, complete with barns, complete with, cowboys that ride through the streets. That's the Farm Dogs, Richland Farms, Farm Dog Crip, and Acacia Block Compton Crips.
Yeah.
And then my dad is on 117th Street.
Got you.
117th Street and what?
So, tell me about your upbringing, with your, your mom used to sell drugs, right?
So my mom was a registered nurse.
Okay. Oh.
Right. So she had to do.
That's why you wanted to do pharmacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So, she was a registered nurse, but she was like somebody who, she was insatiable like women. It was never enough. The life for us and herself could never be good enough. So she was a striver. She was gonna go out and make life happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't good enough for us to have 10 Nintendo games. We had to have 100. If it wasn't good enough, we had to wear designer to school. That's my mom. She loved us, and that's how she showed she loved us. She went out and took what she wanted to from the world and, served as well, being a nurse, to make sure our lives was good.
Yeah.
Her first hustle that I knew of, so all of the OG gang members from Acacia Block, Compton Crip, and Farm Dog Compton Crip, right? They would come to her when they would catch sexual diseases and didn't want to tell their old ladies and didn't want to go to the doctor, so they would come to my mom, and my mom would charge them $500 to $1,000 for the shots.
Damn.
So,
she was slinging STD pills.
Yeah, getting shots in the ass, and I'll never forget watching some of the coldest killers I knew growing up. As a little kid, getting shots and crying.
Yeah,
niggas would kill somebody, but they'd be crying when they're getting a shot. What the fuck? Crazy, right? So, the first time the feds, the federal agents took my mom's house and took all our stuff, my mom so she was doing a scheme with some of her peoples where they were turning money orders, postal money orders from I think the number was $5 into $5,000.
Holy shit. She was the original meme.
So her and her crew really hit hard, and they was up, and the feds, I don't know what happened because I was too young to really know how it fell apart. But
how old were you around that time?
Probably 10.
Oh, okay.
So the feds came, and that was the first time they took her. Lived with my step-pops, then went to my dad's house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a motel room in Compton, because it was everything.
Your dad was staying at the motel?
No. So my stepdad, right?
Okay.
We stayed with him for a second.
Okay.
Then we went to my dad's house.
Oh,
and then
okay.
My mom came home.
Oh, okay.
So we stayed in the motel room for 3-4 months.
Oh, then your mom was out in 3 or 4 months?
Then my dad, we went to my dad's house. And then when my mom came home, we left my dad's house.
How long was she in jail the first time?
I think it was closer to 2 years, but not 2.
It
was a federal case, so white collar crimes didn't carry that much time back then.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's bad, but so you were with your dad for 2 years in Watts, and then you came back to Compton?
A little less than 2 years, because I stayed with my step-pops in the motel room. Then my dad came and got us, and we stayed with him for a little time.
Yeah.
Then when my mom got out, she took back over.
Yeah. What was that whole transition period like? Because you staying in a hotel, I'm assuming you still were going to school.
Yeah.
Did you still have your stuff? What?
Nah, the feds took everything.
Wow.
That's how I go. Had maybe a little clothes, but they took everything.
Yeah.
All the Nintendo games didn't mean nothing no more.
Yeah.
Feel me? Yeah, it was fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like that.
So then, how long did you stay with your mom again after that?
Probably till 16, 17. Then she got in trouble.
Yeah.
Then I kind of stayed with my dad on and off.
That was the second charge.
Yeah. So
But
altogether,
that one was 20 years, right? Or
no, the third charge was 20 years.
What was the third charge?
Months. So she got caught with 10 gallons of PCP and 7 kilograms of cocaine in Oklahoma driving to the East Coast. You know, and they got her for that. And the person she was with told on her, if the person she was with didn't say anything, they would have probably got 3 or 4 or 5 years, and she would have made it out alive.
Both of them would have got 3 or 4 or 5 years.
The other person, you know, Porter Tekashi 6ix9ine, they wasn't in.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Damn.
They just told, fucked it up, and they hit her with a career criminal charge, and it changed the whole landscape.
And
The whole
that's how she got the 20 years.
That's how she got 240 months in the federal prison.
And then you go to your dad after that.
Not then. So I was grown when that happened.
Oh, okay.
I was already on my own when that happened.
So at what time did you,
So my dad was 15, 16.
Oh, okay.
So he went to jail for 3 years at that point.
Okay. Oh, so you went and stayed with your dad 15, 16. That was the second charge. Yeah. So how long was the second charge? It was 2-3 years?
That's when she went down for 3 years.
Yeah.
So and that's actually when all of the gang stuff happened.
Yeah.
You know.
So would you say it happened because your mom was gone, or like, I mean, if your mom was providing for you, and I know
it happened because it was supposed to happen. You know,
purpose
why you say
is
that? Everything. To evolve, you know, for any, you know, for a piece of coal to create a diamond, pressure is involved.
Yeah. But at one point, you were in school. You said you were a straight A student before.
Sure, yeah.
You were on your path to
helping nobody but myself.
You think so? As a pharmacist?
I mean, giving somebody some medicine that's probably gonna kill them in the long run. I ended up becoming a pharmacist anyway.
Really?
Yeah, but not like a legal prescription. So I sold people stuff that helped them, got whatever they, you know, a level of medicine.
Yeah.
But my purpose is much greater. God wasn't gonna let me take my intellect and be so selfish.
Yeah.
It just wasn't gonna happen.
That's interesting though, because I mean, for me, I look at it and I'm going, wow, this dude you were a straight A student. You were like, you managed to stay out of gangs. To me, and you were in college at one point. Yeah. You was selling drugs, but I don't really. Yeah, I kind of shrugged my shoulders at that.
Like hustle, yeah, get some money.
When I look at that, I almost look at it like, wow, that's an example of somebody who has the discipline to like not follow the path of others. You know what I mean? Not that you still use your platform in different ways, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't look at the gangs like everybody else do. Yeah, I know people have gotten killed. You know, I know the negativity, you know, that can come with it. But I don't look at it like that. It taught me a level of loyalty. Like a loyalty that I never ever seen.
Yeah.
It taught me it taught me how cold the world was.
But you don't feel like you were protected from that a little bit when your mom was home because like she was providing for you guys, or like?
It was a safety net. You know, you didn't look at things the same way, and my dad did a good job too. You know, it wasn't like my dad. His household was a slouch. You know, my mom's over there, like, love me to death.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Oh, you had a stepmom over there?
Yeah. So, like, older sisters who gave a fuck. I mean, man, we went and found the streets.
Yeah.
The streets didn't come find me. I mean, the streets didn't come find me. We went and found it. Yeah. Purpose made me go find it.
Yeah.
We went and found it. We went looking for it, and we found the motherfucker. It showed up.
Yeah. What you feel like you were looking for, though?
I don't know. That's what make purpose so dope. You know, make purpose so dope. You know what I'm saying? It make purpose so worth living. You don't know.
Yeah.
I done ran into situations where gangbanging has been the greatest help in the world.
Really?
Being through that, hell yeah. Like, Right now, motherfuckers thinking that all this rah-rah means something to me. Like, nigga, please. Y'all think this something, man? I watched one of my homeboys, the main nigga courted me on, get killed and niggas have to, like, I done went through so much shit. Like, y'all think this shit y'all talking about means something? Please, man, I'll slaughter y'all. It's not even gonna be a match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it gave me another level of confidence to be myself.
Yeah.
Like before this, I can honestly say I was a little more timid before games, and it wasn't cool to be smart. So you gotta fight to be yourself. I had to fight a lot of niggas to be as smart as I was.
Yeah.
From my hood.
Yeah.
I had to fight a lot of niggas on the outside to be as smart as I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I had no choice because I wasn't changing.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not changing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the nigga I am. Y'all gonna accept me or we can fight.
Yeah.
So that was a thing that, my mom and my father and his wife and my older sisters and my older brothers, I was gonna be myself.
Yeah.
And surviving that gauntlet, that gauntlet that was over there, the games, shit, I could be myself. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If I could survive in Watts, if I could survive gangbanging, if I could survive being myself then, I didn't dumb myself down for nobody.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not gonna dumb myself down or censor myself for the world now.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because I don't know how much time we have left, so I want to move forward a little bit. When you were, eventually, at what age did you start rapping and see success? Because I want to get to the part where you got with Black Wall Street. 23. Yeah.
I didn't start rapping until I was grown. I had already gangbanged, sold drugs, and everything. So I was 22.
Yeah. And then you get introduced to Game's brother.
Yep, through 4 Cent, rest in peace. Billboard, Games.
Yeah.
Artist, Billboard. Shout out to the homie 4, rest in peace. That's my guy.
So you had already done so much stuff. So, like, what made it acceptable in a way to lean on somebody that's from a different hood? Meaning, like, Black Wall Street, Game, such and such. But I do often see, like, with Game, it's, like, acceptance everywhere. You know what I mean? But
I don't know if I can say I leaned on them.
I don't mean lean on. I just mean being signed.
I don't know. It was like kind of like the first journey where I had outside of the people I knew.
Yeah.
And they welcomed me with open arms.
Yeah.
Face, G-Ride, B-Fly, All Red.
Yeah.
Jim, Green Eye Mike, Veil, Deuce, Wink, Big George, rest in peace, they pops.
Yeah.
White Boy, Frog. They all welcome me. I don't know. It worked out.
Yeah.
I could never understand it.
But you did.
AR.
Yeah.
AR was the meat man.
You did have a story, though, where you said at one time when they came back from off tour, Game was giving out Black Wall Street chains.
He did not give me one. That really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
I never said nothing about that to that interview.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit.
What's the power in the chain? Like,
I don't know, because it's stupid. And I don't even like jewelry, right? That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
I don't even like jewelry, but I mean, I don't know. You always want to feel like you get recognition for helping build something. I would like to think I helped, bring a level of building. I mean, Game was gigantic.
Yeah.
So it's not like he really needed any help.
Yeah.
But I would like to believe that, I put a brick in this building.
Yeah.
Like one. You feel me? So I guess that's what the chain signified. And it's funny because I never even would have wore the fucking chain.
Yeah.
But, I realized we probably both, I think he knew, but I think, shit.
Or maybe he knew you didn't wear jewelry.
Maybe. That's 7th Street, that's a bar. And I did tell the motherfucker I didn't wear jewelry before.
That is funny.
That's funny, but that really fucked with me. And I remember when the chains was going out, FaZe looked at me like, fuck. Like he knew it wasn't gonna be a chain, you feel me? FaZe looked like he knew like it wasn't no chain. But it's funny because that might be true in Game. Like, nigga, he might have watched that and be like, nigga, you don't even wear jewelry. And it was like, feel me? But that's Chuck.
That's funny.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder how that ties back to the importance of the chain originally from Trey.
Right.
From
yeah. It just make you feel a part. You know what I'm saying? But the funny part is, like I said, I was telling Big James, you know, he don't like to go by Mob James no more, even though that's how I heard of the legendary figure is Mob James, you feel me? But they said the chain never got took. Yeah. So that even makes the story even crazier. Like the chain being took makes more sense to me because then it makes sense why you go to see somebody. But if the chain actually didn't get took and it was just a fight and y'all went to start some more shit just to create another fight, like now, you know, it really looks suspect. So.
Yeah. But how do you usually escape like from all of the noise? Because I saw you're really into cars and stuff like that.
Shit, it's quiet in a room full of talking people for me. Yeah. A person I love told me, she like, everybody could be talking to you and you don't hear nobody. Yeah. It could be dogs barking and you don't hear nobody. Like, it's quiet to me in a room full of noise.
Oh, in any room?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing. Yeah. Like, I have to tune in. Yeah. I'm always unplugged out the matrix. I have to plug back in.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would like to believe that's why people is mad because I'm dragging them out of the matrix and they kicking and screaming like, leave me in. And I'm like, nah, nigga, like, you coming with me. Yeah. So I'm always out of the matrix. You feel me? I have to plug in. So things could be going on. And if I'm not plugged in, like, it's just my body right there. I'm not paying no attention to none of this shit.
Yeah. So I remember where I was going. So after you signed with with Game.
Well, I never signed with Game.
Oh, you weren't signed with Black Wall Street.
It was before all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was before all of that.
So what was the deal?
We just started building together. I was really being managed by his brother. Yeah. And I wanted to believe I was a part of the crew.
Okay. Got it.
I was more a part of the crew. I can't say it was actually a functioning record label at that point. It was more or less like a crew.
The crew.
Chuck and all of us.
Gotcha. So after that, at what point did you sign with Cash Money? And how
that was in 2007. That was the deal. That was my first deal.
Oh, but how did that come about from Game to Cash Money?
So when I didn't do the deal with Game, moving fast forward, but I had wrote this blog defending Jay-Z when he had dropped Kingdom Come.
Okay. Defending him from what point?
Because I think he was taking a lot of slander at that time.
Oh, okay.
About his art and
as always
his subjects at the time, and I felt it was dope because it was like, you know, he was telling you exactly, he was logging you into what he had been through. And Mac 10 read it on MySpace. It was MySpace, nigga. And Mac 10 read it and was like, called me like, what's your number? He called me and we was talking about it. And, you know, we was laughing and joking and shit. And he was like, man, what you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, man, let's do something. Let's meet up. And we met up. And it was Mac 10. Mac 10, I like Mac 10 vibe. Mac 10 is like, he got a real street vibe. Like, he knows what's fresh in the streets. Like, he's a real baller. Yeah. And he understands that shit. And I decided that that's who I wanted to do business with. I liked him and I felt like, you know, we was on the right path.
Yeah. So it was Mac 10 that introduced you to
That's how I got
Cash
to
Money?
Stunner. That was his plug. Because, you know, he was signed over there.
Oh, I didn't know
Mac
that.
10 did an album over there.
Gotcha. Yeah. So then, you were with Cash Money for about how many years?
6.
6 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I saw you had a lot of tracks with Wayne as well.
I got a lot of tracks with Wayne. Tune is the livest nigga in the world, man. Wayne is just, Tune is just great. Yeah. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Wayne. Birdman is my guy too. Like, nobody could tell me nothing about Stunner. At all. Like, I would probably do something to somebody over Stunner, man. I like Stunner.
He took care of you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it wasn't just that. Like, nigga taught me. You know, he didn't just try to leave me ignorant. I remember he showed me his whole catalog of shit he had been putting out in the studio, and I just remember sitting there with him like, damn, my nigga, like, you know, he didn't know it meant that much teaching me. It meant everything to me. Yeah. Feel me? And I got another respect for him to this day. You know what I'm saying?
What do you feel like he taught you? Like, on what fronts do you feel like he taught you?
One thing he told me more than anything is the work habit.
Okay.
and not quitting. You know, they knew what I needed. It was just at the time they was trying to get beats from Scott, and Scott Storch was going through his thing. You know what I mean? He hadn't snapped all the way back, and obviously he just snapped all the way back.
Yeah,
he's a fucking animal again.
Yeah.
Nobody was making West Coast party music.
Okay.
And they just wanted to get me in a party. Slim, shout out to Slim, shout out to Sugar. Feel me? But he kept saying, like, gee, I gotta get you in a party. Yeah. I'm like, I don't even like clubs. He's like, that ain't what I'm saying. Yeah. I was like, whatever you want me to do, Slim, you feel me? Whatever y'all want me to do, I'm in, you know what I mean? So they never put pressure on me on trying to wear no dumbass jewelry. Yeah. They never tried to make me somebody I wasn't.
You kept it super crisp because every video you had on the biggest blue shirt you go wear.
And they did that.
They did that.
Like, cause I'm not no fashion nigga, man. Like, I'm a East Side nigga, man. I ain't into fashion. A lot of homies is, that ain't me.
Okay.
Feel me? I'm into cars and low riding and money and feel me? I ain't into jewelry. I ain't into making nobody feel bad. I'm into sharing struggles. Yeah. Feel me? But where I live at, I live at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I live in them cars and I like low riding. I like that shit. I like chilling with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? And I like hanging out in the streets. Yeah. Feel me? So they never tried to make me somebody I wasn't. Yeah. And time didn't permit for the situation to work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they gave the greatest effort. I don't know what nobody else talking about. They fucking went all out. And it was nothing else besides, I think it was a genuine relationship. And I had all the admiration for Slim in the world. Yeah. And Stunner Man in the world. And Wayne in the world. Yeah. Wayne, I'll never forget, man. I told this story, but people don't get it. This is the type of nigga that Lil Wayne is. Tune is a good nigga. I'm at the Haters video shoot. We in Atlanta. This 2009, 8 or 9. And I'm sick. I flew out there sick. Like, I didn't want to push the video back because I know these niggas went through all this shit to set up this video. Shit, I'm coming. You feel me? I'm going to go to work. And I went out there and I was sick at the video shoot. Wayne was like, you all right? I'm like, nah, I'm sick. Fucking cold. He was like, man, my mom lived close here. I'm going to have to make you some soup. And I'm like, what? And I was like, nah, I'm cool. He's like, nah, for real, ain't nothing. You know, I got you. I got you, bro. Yeah. Nah, bro. You know, niggas don't do that. Yeah. Feel me? Niggas talking funny old cuz, like, yeah, I be seeing it. I don't say nothing, but I be thinking to myself, like, if I ever got close to a nigga, I'll, you know, fire shit up and wouldn't even say nothing because I like that nigga Lil Wayne so much. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. What was that experience like over at Cash Money? Because Stunner and Wayne are bloods. I mean, Wayne is considered to be from Mob Power, right? Yeah. But it's I've been working with bloods forever. Yeah. You know, a lot more people vested in Power than per se Lil Wayne and Stunner, man. You know, they ain't like, you know, they ain't lifelong bloods. You know, I'm not gonna discredit nobody being what they is. You feel me? Because if your homies fuck with you, I fuck with you. But you know, I've been fucking with bloods. I mean, that's been bloods for 20 and 30 years. Yeah. You know, some niggas that's been Power Rules for 4 years. You know, it ain't. Which is something I thought was cool because, you know, when we look at like, or even some of the conversation we had today, your background and the beef and how people perceive it from the outside, you think like, damn, it's Bloods, Crips, just such and such. Yeah, that's like some real 1979 shit. You feel me? Like, it ain't as simple as that. Yeah. I mean, some places it is, but for the most part, you really could beef with everybody. Of course. Actually, you are going to beef with everybody because it's a competition for economics. It's a competition for superiority. It's a competition to be somebody. Yeah. So, like, one of the things I thought was dope was the relationship that you had with people from different areas and stuff like that. Meaning, Game, Wayne, like they represent something different from the outside looking in, you know what I mean? But just seeing that unity and stuff like that, like even to me, it reminds me of like what Snoop Dogg represents to LA, what Nipsey represented to LA, like his connection that he had with YG and stuff like that. But I just wanted to hear more about like your personal experience over with Wayne. You were talking about Wayne. No, it's always good, man. He didn't have a ton to say, but when he said something, it always made sense. And he's just a really good dude. Yeah. Like, I can't stress what do you think the kind of man he is. What do you think the rumor of, like, Cash Money not paying people comes from? Well, not rumor, I guess. However you want to say it. Where do you think that comes from? I don't know. Every situation is unique. I don't know. I can't really give you that answer. I've never had a conversation with somebody that's like, oh, Stunner didn't pay me. I mean, I think, like I said, I think it's a small business. Cash Money is still a relatively small business, so things are sometimes maybe behind time for some people. I don't know. I never didn't get paid, and people I know did not get paid.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you.
What was the biggest check you got from Cash Money?
Probably about 6 at one time.
600,000 in one check? What was that for?
Signing, certified. I think they ended up giving me like 170.
Certified what?
The song I had.
Okay. The song.
I ended up getting like 170. I don't know. I always got paid. I can't really say.
Of course.
Feel me? Like Stunner really paid me more than I probably was even worth. In my mind, shit. Because I didn't know shit about writing records. You know what I'm saying? Like, songs is about what is said. Records is about how it's said.
Yeah.
We in the record industry, so it's about having the catchiest joint. Still, you could kick your knowledge and spit your information, but that motherfucker better be catchy. Yeah. So, the world can hear it, catch on, and play it. And the radio can support you, and you can get the exposure needed. Yeah. So, I don't know. I didn't know much about making a hit record, honestly. Shit, they looked out for me, and I don't think it's about fear or like this nigga nothing. I think it was just, I want to believe he treated every artist like this. Yeah. I can't believe he didn't treat any artist like this. Yeah. Because I wasn't nobody to the nigga. You feel me? So there was no reason for him to treat me any special than he treated somebody else.
Yeah. With working with like guys like Wayne, you were there what 2008, 9, right? 7. Like y'all were on fire.
Watching that. So
what I wanted to ask was if it made it easier to make a hit, because I saw you say.
Hell no! It was way more pressure. It was way. Let me tell you. You want to hear some shit, right? So I was fucking with Gang, right? In Black Wall Street, Face, G-Ride, the whole squad in 2004. Right. That's when I kind of just started rapping.
That's 56.
So 2002, 3. So I watched Gang become the nigga firsthand. Watch his work ethic, watch him walk in the studio, watch him really go to work. And what he's good at, he's really good at it. He's definitely sharp as shit at what he does. Then when that doesn't, I don't end up doing that deal per se, and I find my next deal, I'm with Lil Wayne right as he becomes the biggest artist in rap in 2008. Yeah.
It's mixtape Weezy.
So I'm talking about Carter 3 Weezy.
Yeah.
Feel me? 1 million, a million the first week Weezy. Him watching and projecting it and making it happen, speaking it into existence. Yeah. Watching him just become the man. Right? And then watching Drake and seeing Drake and them come together and watching that come in and watching Nicki come in. Yeah. Watching that happen. Yeah. So, I seen it happen. Yeah. Watching Kendrick. Yeah. Because Dot is my little nigga. Yeah. Watching him, putting him on mixtape, then being on tour with him and watching him shoot Michael Jordan while we all on tour. Yeah. Feel me? Then watching it all happen for him and then watching it blow up. Yeah. I seen some shit firsthand. Yeah. So, 6 degrees of separation from success. Fuck people from success. Yeah. You feel me? And if you don't quit, your age don't matter. Nothing matters. You feel me? As long as you take care of yourself and you keep your shit sharp, you got action. And I watched Titty Boy be the weed man out the studio. I would see you change, you feel me, out the studio chilling. I didn't even know he was a rapper. Really? Yeah.
At this time with Cash Money?
Yeah, he would be at the studio in Miami, dog, like chilling outside that motherfucker.
And he was just the weed man?
I mean, I didn't know what he was. I come to find out he was the weed man, but I never seen him rapping.
Oh, okay.
Feel me? So watching French, meeting French, you feel me? And meeting him in New York with the homie Gabi, you feel me? And seeing his struggle. He was beefing with Jim Jones and them at the time, but he's still out in the streets.
Yeah.
I really gained a lot of respect for him.
For Jim?
Yeah, no, for French.
Oh, for French Montana.
I watched Jim, nigga, in 2003, 4, feel me? Like, right when he had dropped Certified Gangster, he was hanging on Brazil. Mm-hmm. And I think our vibes, we never connected. Like, we never connected. Mm. Our vibes never worked out. Yeah. I don't know why, but I think we kind of like-minded guys too, but feel me? So, but I see him. I remember when I was still selling drugs, watching Chris and Neef, you know, drive from Philly to Ohio to do a show in Cincinnati. And this is back when there was a dude named Cross. Mm-hmm. And he had a song called South South, mm-hmm. and Down the Way. And it was these dances, you know, do the South South, do the South South, now murk out. And, you know, so I seen some shit. Yeah. And if I ever thought I wasn't supposed to be here, all of these things made sure I remember exactly why I'm here. Mm. And I just really needed to be myself more. Yeah. Stop cutting it, you feel me? Sell a dope whole, sell it pure. If people die, fuck it, they die, you feel me? But sell a dope pure. Yeah. And for the people that could take it, everybody gonna know about your dope. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? Some people gonna die, but the people who can handle it, yeah, they gonna be hooked for life to you.
This is funny because I hear you say that sometimes like about different artists that are fabricating their raps and stuff like that. But then you just mentioned like 2 Chainz being the weed man with Cash Money.
Right?
So
right. So it's certain motherfuckers, right? That's like French is fucking genuine. You feel me? The article. And like I said, I seen that whole like the Rick Ross thing on the Breakfast Club. People think I really have some kind of issue with Ross, and it's like, no, dog. Like this nigga really in my top 5. Like, and he's a good man. Yeah. Nigga like shook everybody's hand that came to one of my video shoots. First off, he came to my video shoot, did my video, didn't charge me. Mm. Feel me? Like, he didn't charge me nothing to do that motherfucker. I don't got nothing bad to say about Ross. Yeah. If the truth is bad, I'm fat. My posture is good. I have to sit up. I'm fat. Yeah. That's not bad. I'm fat. Yeah. I mean, the truth is the truth. You feel me? So I think sometimes people take the truth and they make it a negative. And to even elaborate further on that thing, like what I was talking about with Ross, it makes me have to step up my game. Mm. Like, I want to compete. Feel me? I don't want that nigga to just be better than me. Yeah. I could rap as good as Cuz. Yeah. I could be better. Yeah. I've been through some shit. Yeah. Feel me? And I know I got some shit to say to the world. And, you know, I just want to make sure I always keep the playing field level. Yeah. Like, I know what I'm up against. And I just want to make sure the public, let them know I know what it's against. I wanted to let the public know that I know what I'm up against. Yeah.
One of the things that I thought was interesting about that whole, I mean, one, I was going to ask you what rappers would you say tell the truth in their rap because you've seen so much stuff. But before I get there, one thing that was interesting about the Tupac Must Die song, like, as much as I dislike it, what was good about it to me was the execution and storytelling of it, right? Like, it was vivid where you could see it, where sometimes, like, the fabrication of artists, like their music, they might not be telling the truth, but it's said in a way that it paints a picture of, like, oh, I can visually see that. You know what I mean? So
it's not just about, it ain't about lying in your rhyme. I'm not against people who lie in their rhymes. I'm not drawing a line and saying, like, if you lie in your raps and you tell the truth, I'm not. Check this out. I'm just saying, right, when you're competing for gangster rap, you're competing for the throne of gangster rap. You got to look at the people in the categories. Yeah. I look at the people and not the public. The public don't give a fuck. I do. Yeah. If you rapping and you coming in this shit, you need to look at it. Yeah. And I know what I'm up against. I'm up against some niggas that can fabricate some out of this world shit and make it sound crazy and believable. Yeah. Again, is it negative or positive? That ain't the point. Is it right or wrong? I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yeah. Feel me? What's working for you, what's working for Rose, I play it to this day. Yeah. Again, it ain't about him. It ain't a disrespect. I hate that people so fucking tender. Cause like, I'm not disrespecting the nigga. I love the nigga music and I like that nigga. Yeah. That nigga is a good man, dog. He's a good nigga. For me, he was great to me.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. We competing, nigga.
Yeah.
You thought you just had me. No, you don't. I didn't know what was going on at first. I thought being what I was enough. It's like, oh, you turned it up, I gotta turn it up. And that don't mean going against you. It means like, okay, this is where you at, this is what you're doing. This is the best version of you to get where you're going. Yeah. Let me be the best version of me, and we gonna see where we at then. Yeah. Maybe I win, maybe I don't. Yeah. I'm probably gonna win. But I wanna compete. Yeah. I'm okay with, I just know what I'm up against, and I don't have no problem publicly telling people that, oh, I know what I'm up against. Yeah. Can I be better than Ross? Hell motherfucking yeah. Is he top 5 in my book? Hell yeah. Now, you know what I mean? Like, is that some shit to catch up? Yeah, but shit, I got time. I got some room. Let's get it.
Who would you say your top 5
are? In my book or the top 5?
No,
my book.
Your book.
So the niggas I listen to, it's gonna be Hove. That's gonna be a rough one to catch up with. He way out there. Yeah. Snoop, he way out there. Yeah. Ye is way out there. Face is way out there. Yeah. So if I want to be in my own top 5, the only nigga I could catch possibly is Rick Ross.
Oh, Ross is the 5th one.
Yeah, in my top 5. Yeah. So if I want to be top 5 in my top 5, I need to catch Ross. Ross is the nigga that I got action at. I ain't got no action at Ye and them. They way out there. Feel me? They, you know what I mean? Like, they way out there. Yeah. You talking about some badass Scarface, this is badass niggas, man. Yeah, yeah. Feel me? Them niggas is tough. Yeah. Ross is tough, but Ross is, feel me? It's manageable. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's only, he gonna have to have to shift gear. I don't know if he can shift gears to pull off on me. He way out there on me. Yeah. The homie Trail from that used to manage Tiger, where he was kind of involved in Tiger's career. Feel me? He was like, yeah, you know, like, you competed with Ross. He thought that was asinine. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm gonna show you, it's 6 gears in this here, partner. Yeah. It's 6 gears in this Rari. Yeah. This ain't no motherfucking punk. Yeah. So, yeah, nigga could be out there, for me, and I can make 3 to 4 songs that close the gap. Yeah. So you got 4 albums of bullshit, I can make 3 to 4 songs that close the gap. Yeah. You got, like, what, 13 projects? 10 mixtapes, 2 albums? A lot. I don't even know. But none of that shit, I'm gonna close the gap.
No,
if Ross don't shift
give me your top 5 songs.
Of my shit?
Yeah.
Number 1 is Car Wash. Okay. You know, would I put that in the top 10 songs all the time? Hell no. I haven't even made a song that will enter in my top 50. My fucking taste is so fucking upper echelon. Yeah. I ain't made a song that enters my top 50. Yeah. Tupac Must Die is my first time entering the top 100 of my, hip hop moments. Yeah. I'm at my top 100.
Yeah. You made a moment.
I made it. Yeah. Into mine. Like, none of my songs before was in mine. That Good was out of 200. This one, I'm in the conversation. Yeah. So I'm Glasses just finally entered into the hip hop conversation of Glasses taste. So if Rick Ross don't shift the gear, I'm gonna catch him in 6 songs. I take that back. That's a lie. I'm not gonna catch him in 6 songs, right?
I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
I'm about to be on his bumper in 6 songs. Yeah. 6 songs.
Yeah. All right.
Best 7 songs. 6 songs. I'm finna be on Cuz bumper. Yeah. Feel me? He gonna be out there because he's some shit. Cuz great. Yeah. Nasty. Feel me? So I got about 3 projects. I be neck and neck on this motherfucking ass. He don't shift gears. Yeah. You feel me?
You coming.
I'm coming for my own top 5.
Yeah. So, all right. Like, I have another question. I got 2 questions that's coming. One is about the gears thing, because I hear the car references. How did you get into
my dad
cars?
My dad. That's my dad. What me and my dad did. That's what we do.
That was like something y'all did like growing up? Like
my whole life. I can't remember.
So, all right. Like, I have another question. I got 2 questions that's coming. One is about the gears thing, because I hear the car references. How did you get into
my dad
cars?
My dad. That's my dad. What me and my dad did. That's what we do.
That was like something y'all did like growing up? Like
my whole life. I can't remember when it wasn't. Feel me?
From a child or what?
Child, little kid.
Yeah.
Some of my closest friends, my big brother Moses, Hot Dog, Richie, some of my new partners, people that I've been knowing them, Lionel, B. Will, Lil Rich, you know, fucking Terry, Lonnie, fucking I forget because nigga said different motherfuckers who we race with. I mean, this is something I've been doing my whole life.
Y'all used to race in the hood?
Yeah, straight up in Compton. They race to this day in Compton.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Not like raggedy like that. It's a secret. It's a street on 135th and Main. At 125 Powerwood.
Really? Like all the time?
I mean, without the police fucking it up. But
no,
yeah.
I'm saying like somebody could go out there and go see it. Like I could go see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's some shit.
And it's safe. I can say I know glasses.
You don't gotta say you know glasses. It's cool. I mean, all kind of gang members come together and don't nobody trip. That's like the real deal.
Oh, okay.
That's like you will see like people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
You have the Mexican crew, you feel me? You have the Gypsy Boys, Mexican Juice, Gypsy Boys. You can have all kind of different cultures competing, you know, and you know, every now and then it'll be arguments. It's arguing all the time, but it really rarely ever goes to levels of like past that. So I love that part of it.
Wow.
I love the unity of it all.
I see. Like, how did you end up on the Netflix show?
Walking through the car swap meet, and somebody seen me and was talking to me and wanted my autograph.
You said the car swap meet?
Yeah, so they have a car swap meet in Long Beach, like where you could put together a classic car swap meet.
Really?
Across the street from the airport.
People go buy cars or what?
Buy cars, buy parts. They sell it. It's once every month.
Really?
That happened. I was walking and somebody wanted my autograph, and this lady said, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "I do music." She like, "Oh, are you into cars?" I'm like, "Yeah, I race cars." Showed her a picture of my cars, and she was like, "Oh, I'm working on a show," and that's how it happened.
Really?
They didn't even know who I was, but when they looked it up, they was like, "Oh, you need to be on the show."
Yeah.
So I did it.
That's
I didn't want to, but I did it.
What's your favorite car? What's your favorite car that you build? You build them yourself, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, for the most part.
To what extent can you build a car?
What do I believe or what have I built? What do I believe?
Both.
I believe I could build a whole car.
Okay.
You know, how good it would be? I believe it. I could do it. I'm capable. Yeah. All my partners do different parts.
Okay.
Larry Kennedy builds the engines, you know what I mean? He's dope. Hot Dog could pretty much build everything. You know, my main boy, like, he built the whole top to the bottom, bumpers to bumpers. This motherfucker badass. So we build everything. Like, we do all our own shit for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, the engines, everybody get help. Because it's more of a science thing. So
was that like a thing or something? Like you got a whole crew of people who know how to do this.
Yeah, that's just what we do. It's growing up. It's family.
Is that like one of the things that's a part of LA culture? Like everybody builds cars because the lowriders and old schools are.
Racing is another part. Motorcycles is big here. It's what we do. You know, we live in the streets. We live on the go. I mean, we ain't on the go as much as New York, but we ain't as slow as Atlanta. Okay, so the other thing, we live a 95 BPM lifestyle. Feel me?
Yeah, 95 BPM
lifestyle.
When I used to, I have a friend, Cole Parks. He's from Atlanta. When I used to go to Atlanta, he used to have this dude had every fucking car, the 95 Cutlass, the 96 Impala. He used to have the brand new shit too. He used to get like the S550 Benz, whatever the newest ones were. Like it was such a big thing. But that's one of my favorite things about LA culture, like the car.
It's a real serious car thing. Yeah. But that's within our culture in general. That's a masculine thing to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal.
So so the other question that I have for you with your number one is Jay-Z.
Sure.
Right. So I see where a lot of people have an opinion on him doing a deal with the NFL and stuff like that. Like, what's your take on that? You aware of the deal or you know what they're doing?
Okay. Jay is really one of those dudes that's really hard to speak against. You know, because like a nigga like me from my era, like this nigga, we really looked up to this nigga. Like I'm selling drugs when Reasonable Doubt came out. Feel me? So that connection is really like different.
Yeah.
Feel me? Scarface got me through gangbanging. Jay-Z got me through dope dealing. Feel me? So Snoop got me through parties and bitches in LA. Ye gets me through as a grown man right now. Right now, every new project. Like, you know, something that makes me even be more me without fear.
Yeah, yeah.
But the NFL thing, I mean, I don't know. Me and Charlamagne get into this debate all the time. I don't think a black capitalist could ever change the black, you know, the plight of black people in America. I think capitalism is the natural enemy of black people. That's just my
Why
thought.
you think that?
Because every last thing that's fucked up that's ever happened to black people was over money and greed.
Yeah, but the lack of, wouldn't you say?
No, never lack of. Ain't never needed money. I ain't never needed money. All we needed was each other and somebody just to have enough. Having enough is not having money. You know? Being greedy is different.
Yeah.
Like, you need money, but you don't need to be greedy.
Yeah.
I need a 13-bedroom house with 3 kids. This is dumb.
Yeah.
And then we got too many people in our society that's their goal because it's trauma of not having enough. You know, you got somebody with 2 or 3 kids, you know, and they want a 15-bedroom house because they grew up with 6 brothers and sisters in a 1-bedroom. That ain't fixing nothing.
Yeah.
That's breaking more shit. Capitalism breaks everything.
So,
in my mind.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's an interesting perspective. I don't exactly agree.
But tell me one thing, a capitalist, there's more than enough people right here to change the condition of black people right now.
Well, here's the thing. With you know, it's just kind of like what you described earlier, to me at least, the idea of needing a seat at the table, right?
You can't get a seat at that table.
I mean, don't you have to, you have to come to the table to...
You can't get a seat at that table.
Why you think that, though?
Because it's not your table. It's not, that ain't what you're about. You can't get a seat at the table. You can't change white people's nature. You can't change a person's nature. You can only change your own nature.
But you can change their perspective.
No, you can't.
No?
No, hell no.
You changed my perspective.
Yeah, but
from this conversation...
Sure, ignorance is different, right? You're ignorant, not ignorant like the way black people use it.
I know what you mean.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
So you have a very general concept of what you think.
Right.
Then you meet somebody, you can have detail. The people that we talk about know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
They not ignorant at all. Yeah. So it's nothing Hov can show them that they didn't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let's take Robert Kraft. So what's your take on, you know, Robert Kraft teaming up with Meek Mill to do criminal reform, right? And I don't think he ever would have did that if he didn't have a friend in Meek Mill that went through something where he got a chance to see like, oh, this isn't a lie. This is more than just TV, right?
I mean, everybody got to do what they could do, but they making TV shows. Feel me? Like, I don't. It's like the whole thing with R. Kelly. Like, that's a TV show. That's not like a documentary. It's a confusion going on with people mistaking entertainment for. People are marketing social reform. I'm not saying that's what Meek doing, even though theoretically it is what he's doing. You know, people are marketing social reform. Do they really care about social reform? Are we really talking about the condition of black people? Like, I don't want to shit on what they're doing because what they're doing is right in their heart, I hope.
Yeah.
But it's like I listened to somebody tell me that Kaepernick might have been teaching people rights. Let me teach people their rights. The fuck are you talking about? Like, do you understand what's happening to 70% of black America? Like, do you think if they could tell somebody their rights that means something? Police is gonna kill a motherfucker. Like, they fuck your rights as an American. They avoiding your human rights to live. Fuck your rights as an American. What Meek is doing, I think they're doing what as best as they can. I hope so. Yeah. You know, I hope it ain't just a TV show. Yeah. I hope it ain't just a halftime show. I hope it ain't just a sign of good faith. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hov been doing all kind of shit, and I respect him bailing out protesters. But this kid's in Marcy right now that we could, if it was something in that could hire 400 people that'd change lives. Yeah. Like, people got to figure out how to pay their rent. Yeah. I think, I don't think you could change this country's nature. Yeah. And I don't care for how many representation of decency you show them that, you can't change their nature, at least in my mind. Yeah. So I got to do what I got to do like they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah. I disagree with that, though. And I think you would disagree with this, too, right? So you could take a guy like Mob James, right? Who at one time when he was probably in his early 20s or early 30s, etc., you know, he was affiliated with Mob Piru. He may or may not have participated in, you know, violent activities, right? And then now you take a 54-year-old Mob James with more information, more knowledge, more personal experiences, and things that happened to him once he lost his brother, right? Mm-hmm. His nature seemed to shift. I don't know him personally, but I'm just using that as a metaphor.
Mob James is still Mob James.
Okay.
So, how do I explain this real fast? Everything this country does is on purpose. Mob James was an accident. You know, if you listen to him talk, how his father raised him, where he grew up at, the lack of economic opportunities. That's the accident. We live our lives by accident. The way Hov grew up, Marcy, small place, no rooms for people, borrowing pants from his brother. Those are like, our lives are not on purpose. What's happening to us is on purpose. Feel me? In this country, it's on purpose. So you displaying a good, you know, smart black man, it was on purpose. Feel me? Mob life happened because that's how we grow up. You know what I mean? Once nothing else is available, you're gonna drink, you're gonna trip. If your dad is abusive, you're gonna be a little bit more violent. You know, it affects you differently. You know what I'm saying? And as he got older, you know, one of the things is not drinking. Trauma, losing his brother, changed his view. You know what I mean? It made him feel different about his homies, wisdom. Feel me? Now he's living on purpose. All that other shit wasn't on purpose. Yeah. All selling dope wasn't on purpose. It was what you have to do. Yeah. What's happening to us in this country is on purpose.
Yeah. How would you explain like your decision making? Because you said like you found streets, right? But you had, I mean, I'm not gonna say you had.
I did. That's fair to say.
Yeah.
I had opportunities to do other things.
Yeah.
Purpose. You know, I was tasked with what I do.
So you feel like you did that on purpose?
Yeah, I'm tasked with it. I could have not did it. Yeah, I'm like, purpose.
You think you have bigger, or you think you had more impact on the route you had, or like, you understand?
Do I think the streets have more impact on me, or I have more impact on? I had more impact on my neighborhood than they had on me. It's more niggas that stopped drinking than me started drinking. It's more niggas that stopped smoking Sean than me started smoking Sean.
What about selling?
Again, I'm not gonna ever tell nobody. Again, that's what I said. That's how I can relate to Ho, because I'm a capitalist. To sell drugs, you gotta be capitalist. You gotta be real some shit. You gotta be for it. You feel me? Again, like I said, you gotta get your money. There's nothing wrong with, like I said, trying to make a living, try to get your paper. It's another thing when, and I can't say this about Hov, but I can say this about capitalism at its finest. So if you pride yourself in capitalism, which I can't say Hov does, he never said that to me.
Right.
Never said that publicly.
Right.
But if you pride yourself in capitalism, humanity is gonna be at the expense of it. It's only wealthy people because it's poor people. It ain't no, if it wasn't poor people, it wouldn't be wealthy people.
Yeah.
And it's one come at the expense of the other. And I've had this conversation with different people who always feel like, you feel me, like, oh, it's enough people, it's enough for everybody to be wealthy. No, sir. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's the intelligent people's responsibility to care for the people without intelligence. And I believe that wholeheartedly. That's how I move.
Yeah.
That's how I move. You know, the world didn't know Tupac Must Die was good for them. It's good for them.
Yeah. In what way?
It's good for them because, one, we got to stop overpraising every human being, and we got to stop thinking people need to be without flaw.
Do some people need to be praised, though?
No. Okay. No human being in the world. Feel me? Never. Feel me? We should all try to, you know, we constantly keep trying to praise people. And we have them on this expectation, and every last person let us down versus us So, like, just enjoying somebody's journey and then following and then liking it. You don't have to praise it. You know what I mean? It's like we keep finding new things to praise every week. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I bring things into perspective so you can see how great you can be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bring things in perspective to show you greatness is in every last one of us.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? But if you constantly keep lifting people, and like I've already put Jay-Z far out of my realm. Yeah. And it's not because I'm not competing for money. It's just what he's done for the culture, what he's done for me is different. Yeah. Scarface, Kanye, you got to find where you can go and go right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, like I said, I don't think we could change their nature. Like our life is kind of by accident. What's happening to our life is on purpose. So we can't change the table. We can't change the nature of the people doing it on purpose. Yeah. They ain't gonna change. A lion and a tiger is always gonna be a lion and a tiger.
Yeah. So I want to take a step back a little bit, just because this just crossed my mind. I saw you where you said something about like guys like Soulja Boy, where they're already successful and then come to LA and then they become affiliated or a part of a certain group or whatever. What's your perspective on that?
I don't know. I would think you had something better to do, but what the fuck do I know?
But then how does somebody like Wayne become affiliated with something like that?
Easy. You meet Term from the mob, and Term show you the culture, and you see how much love, you see how much respect. You know,
is Term a person? Oh.
So Terminator is a person from the mob.
Okay.
Really good dude. Eastside, my partner, feel me? And he's from Mob Paru. And if you see Term is like one of the people that make gangbanging look fun, easy, and smooth. He make it look entirely too easy. And he's a very contagious soul. I mean, if you see him, you want to be a part of what he's doing. That's how kind of person he is. Wax Star, I used to roll with Chuck. That, you know, a lot of them people, they have contagious souls. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a part of what they're doing because they make it look so easy and smooth and cold and good. They make it look good. And it's a lifestyle. And it's a respect thing. You know, it's very tribal, man. It's very tribal. It's something to be a part of. It's something that you see and to be a part of. But how do I feel about Soulja Boy doing it? I mean, I would think he got something better to do, but shit, what do I know?
Yeah.
If he like it, I love it for him.
Yeah.
I think he tripping, but shit, I think he could do 1,000 things better than this.
Yeah.
Go be a Mason or something, nigga. Like,
yeah.
Get out of jail for free.
Yeah.
Feel me? Something. They got cooler organizations.
So there's something that's interesting because like the rapper B-Dot,
sure.
Right? First of all, B-Dot is one of my favorite.
B-Dot is nice.
I love B-Dot, bro.
B-Dot is nice.
I love B-Dot. I think he's
so nice,
he's something else.
So he's special.
But he has a song where he says, "I'm split." And he's talking about that split of being like trapped one foot where, you know, he's a part of a gang and, you know, wanting to retaliate in certain ways, you know, obviously dealing with death, murder, robberies, etc. And then, you know, on the other side, once you had that information and just being conscious and aware of like, yo, I could do something better with myself. Like, you know, is that something that you deal with at times as well or not really?
I'm going to do what I want to do no matter what. Ain't nobody pressuring me to do shit. That day is gone.
Yeah.
I'm going to want to do it if it's supposed to be done. So,
yeah.
B-Dot is a little younger, you feel me? And you know, he trapped in. I told him the other day, I was like, bro, you got to give up. Like, you don't got to be the hero all the time. You know, just be yourself. I think sometimes we get caught up trying to be the hero all the time and present ourselves, but being the hero may not be what you think it is. Like I always say, Thanos was trying to save the world too.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, being a hero is not always being liked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Batman, that's why I look at Jay. Like, I have to think twice before I say something counterproductive to what Jay is doing. Yeah. Because it's like, I remember at a time, Batman, you feel me, in the film, and I always relate to the films, but I remember a time when he had to take the charge for Harvey Dent's murder. Mm-hmm. You know, he had to become the villain. So you never know. Yeah. Hov could be right. But B-Dot is different. I don't feel that same pressure. Like, I ain't split between shit. If I want to bust a nigga head, I don't give a fuck how much I'm trying to help black people. You must have did something real fucked up for me to want to bust your shit. And at that point, it didn't matter what color you is. Yeah. Feel me? If I want to bust your shit, it is not because you stepped on some shoes. It ain't because you ran into my car. It ain't because you did nothing simple. Yeah. You did something that I thought you do not need to be on this earth anymore. And that's going to be, you did some shit. Yeah. So, no, I'm not split. If I did it to you, you got it coming. Yeah. You got it coming.
I wanted to wrap up on a positive note, I guess.
This whole interview been positive.
Oh, it is.
It's been all
no. I wasn't saying the last statement was negative.
No.
So
sounds so crazy. This whole interview has been positive. It's so truthful.
Yeah, and informative. I mean, for me, it's just super insightful to be able to get I love the like even in your Twitter bio, you have authentic. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nip, man. Shout out to Nip, R.I.P. to Nip. That was something he really pressed upon me. Like, yo, we gotta be even more authentic. Feel me? Yeah. When I say it, I'm not trolling. When I say it, I thought about it, I researched it. That's the scary part. Yeah. Like I said, if I said Rodman is better than Shaq, I researched it. Yeah. You can bet, rest assured, I got a lot of points to prove it.
Yeah. I don't think nobody will agree with that.
No, that's cool. I mean, the whole world thinks Jesus is God and he was on the cross praying to God. Yeah. In the same story. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what people think. You feel me? If I said Tooted and Booted is top 3 most important influential songs on the West Coast, you could bet I thought about it. And if you talk to me, I could prove it. So you best off go do some reading and figure out what I'm talking about.
Before I have to ask you that because I had that written down and I definitely wanted to ask you that. Why like the songs from the West Coast, right? And I saw your top 5, right? You had some Ice-T in there. You had.
It's not my top 5. Right, so it's important to say important and influential. That's what we're talking
about. Influential West Coast songs.
West Coast. Okay. Because it really mattered. Words matter. Right?
Yes. 2 songs you had in there that made me say, why did he put that in there? One, you had I Get Around by Tupac.
And that's always a rough one because if you listen to the podcast, I couldn't decide between I Get Around, right? I couldn't get around. I Get Around,
over
Kendrick Lamar, Don't Fit. Because that song is nothing but a G thing. California Love is just nothing but a G thing, all over again. Same song.
The impact, maybe it had a different impact on a different area.
Not really. It didn't have just same song.
But then, Tooted and Booted though.
Because it launched, right? It launched the 3 most, they launched the 3 most important West Coast artists in today's time. If it's 5, they're in the top 3. They're in the top 5, 3 of them. Yeah. Right? One song.
Which was YG.
Which is YG, who just had his biggest song of his career in Big Bank this year.
Of course.
Feel me? Ty Dolla $ign, who's still killing the hooks and still delivering platinum albums. And Mustard, who had his biggest hit in Pure Water. Yeah. Yeah. Must have been fucking the whole West Coast for 10 years with all the hits. YG been destroying the West Coast for the last 10 years. Ty for the last 10 years with all the hits. They created ratchet rap. Yeah. The idea, the title, and that song. In 10 years, everybody been running that play.
That's fire.
For 10 years. Yeah. 6 a.m. is number 1 because for 35 years, people been making story West Coast rap songs. Yeah. Tupac Must Die is a 6 a.m. That's a bastard son of 6 a.m. Yeah. 6 in the morning, rather. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing But a G Thing. California Love is nothing but a G thing. With Dre and fucking Pac instead of Dre and Snoop. It's the same song. This Is How We Do is nothing but a G thing with Game and 50 Cent instead of Snoop. They've been running that play. Yeah. Well, they ran that motherfucking play like
to the ground.
The wing T or some shit. You feel me? What they call it? The wing T. They run that motherfucker. They just run that motherfucker over and over.
Yeah.
And Tooted and Booted, it's 10 years, they running that same play.
Yeah.
Let's put Ty on the hook. Let's get YG rapping. Mustard the beat and help the DJ. Handoff, touchdown.
Yeah.
How many times they gonna run that fucking play for 10 years and niggas is like, oh, I can't believe you said Tooted and Booted.
Yeah.
They ran that play for 10 fucking years. Regulate, Nate on the hook.
Yeah.
They ran that play for 8 years.
Yeah. Well,
Feel me?
I guess we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah,
but
it's all good.
man, I appreciate you being
love,
here.
bro. It's all love. It's all love.
Amazing conversation.
Yeah.
We definitely got to do a part 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is Inspired by Culture with the one and only Glasses Malone.
I already know. Bam.